double check that. Hey, all right, I'm live. It says I'm live. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Okay, great morning. And here we are, Lashes and Coffee. It kind of was reborn suddenly over the last couple of days, last couple of hours. I always bring up how excited I am when I was doing my lives. I was able to really help a lot of lash artists. In fact, it was very convenient when I was training a lot to just be accessible to my students at 7 a.m., which I find to be the best time since everyone's getting ready. I tried going live in the middle of the day sometimes and didn't have a lot of luck because people are obviously doing stuff. So I'm an early bird and 7 a.m. is a great time for me. And so if it's a great time for you, it's great to be here. And so one thing that I do want to do while I'm doing these lives is a giveaway. And today I want to give away Black Magic. So I'm getting the link ready so that if you would like a Black Magic, you can, yeah, I wonder if it's, okay. Checking sound. I wonder if I stop this. Sorry, guys. Technical different. Sound is weird when you picked up your phone. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Can you hear me now? I might need to shut an app that I'm trying to use. Unfortunately, that's not working. Great morning, Luna Santos Lash, Shore to Shore Lashes. We got lots of lash girls in here. If you have any lash related questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm here to answer questions as needed. Much better. Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, I'm holding my phone. That's probably why. I'm wondering if the streaming started on Facebook and Instagram. It does say, Facebook and YouTube. So, I have one person here, and it's Beauty Marked by Jess and Isabella. So thanks for being here, guys, while I'm still figuring out what is going on my end here. Jess, do you have any questions? I am live on Facebook. Okay, cool. I lost my screen trying to figure out how to find that, but you can go onto StreamYard and like manage there. No comments. Okay, cool. I am. It worked. So I wonder if I close my phone. I'm afraid if I close my Instagram, can you see if I'm still? Shoot, I don't know if I want to end this. I want to see if I shut Instagram, if it will stream live from my phone. No, I don't want to end. I don't understand this part. Okay. And I also don't want to hold my phone. Alrighty. So I'm trying to get this type form ready, actually, so you guys can enter to win a Black Magic, which is my favorite, absolute favorite adhesive. I've been using it for years. And it works in a really wide range of humidity from, I think, 40 to 70%, which is great for me since I'm lashing near the beach and the humidity can be a little high. So I'll be giving that away today for anyone who wants to try Black Magic. And I did have some questions that I was going to answer. The purpose of me being here is to share my knowledge and my wisdom and to help any students who could be having some questions. I know something that I'm really new at right now is actually lash lift and tints. My mentor is here, Jess, who has not only taught me lift and tints, but also is working with me to create and develop a course around helping others learn lift and tints. I've been personally doing lash extensions for 15 years. I love doing lash extensions. I've also been training people how to do lash extensions for a really long time. And it's an incredible difference to not only train people how to do lift and tint instead, but it's such an amazing different service to even offer. There are still pros and cons, I think, to both extensions or lash lifts. It's really neat to be able to offer both. Because obviously, if you are an experienced lash artist, there are a lot of people who can't maintain their extensions. It's a large investment in time. I don't like to call anything expensive. I'm a big advocate of replacing the word expensive with the word investment, because everything that we invest our money in is actually an investment, even if you think it's expensive. So, in fact, expensive just means higher value. And so I don't know about you, but I don't really appreciate if basically this may have happened to you as well. If you have a client who, a prospective client who says that they think your prices are expensive, well, obviously you're high value. So I always say it's an investment. It's not expensive. Obviously, there's a difference between getting your lashes done by somebody who just learned yesterday versus somebody like me who's been lashing for over a decade, and I'm really passionate about doing that. So anyway, going back to adding lift and tints to my menu, not only to my menu of services, but to my menu of training, has changed my life, because teaching someone how to do extensions is like teaching someone how to do surgery. And teaching someone how to do a lift is a lot quicker of, I would say it's a little bit more instant gratification, even for the students. I think the students feel a lot more ready quickly. So it's a great service to learn no matter where you're at. If you're a beauty professional and you want to add to your service menu, adding a lash lift and tint is a lot less of an investment of time and energy than learning how to do extensions. I do still think that learning how to do extensions is a really excellent and amazing skill. I have some newer lash artists that have joined the team recently here who don't do extensions at all, and they just do lift and tints, which I think is really awesome. But I think that having multiple skills in your toolbox is really important. And Jess said, do you think the lash industry is dying? If not, why? I think this is a really fun and interesting trend that's going on right now, as far as like the lash industry is dying. I haven't found any deaths personally yet, although I did hear an interesting thing recently. We had a girl walk in for kind of an on-the-spot interview to work here, and she said she had gone to a few lash salons earlier throughout the day, only to show up and find that they were closed. So I thought that was interesting. I think things are changing as far as the economy goes, or people have decided to try a lot of DIY things recently, especially with TikTok being so accessible, exciting. DIY is exciting. There's a lot of us that love to do DIY things, right? Like, it's fun to create your own stuff or learn how to do things on your own. But like with lash extensions, I've never been able to do my own extensions. And for the people who are doing their own extensions, they're not doing them to the same degree that a professional would. It takes so much agility and ability to isolate natural lashes to not harm natural lashes. So what I think is happening is there's a lot of extension alternatives that have come about, which is to be expected. And I love business expansion. So of course, if there's a problem and someone finds a solution, then you have a good business. So I could see that a problem, and to some degree at some point, was that extensions are a big investment in time and money. How can you get that effect without paying for extensions, or even the part where you have to go every 2 weeks for an hour? Like, that alone, some people, it's not money, it's time. So I don't blame people or the industry for trying to find alternatives, but things like Lashify, I've made videos about that. People like these at home DIY options, like of adding their own extensions, but this can be extremely damaging to your natural lashes. So, do I think the industry is dying? Not at all. I think it's proof in the pudding that lashes are really important. And I think of all the beauty services, it is the most important. I'm a little biased, of course, but I've mentioned before, like, I love getting my nails done, but having nails doesn't make me feel better when I look in the mirror. Lashes makes us feel better. I mean, hair does too, but shoot, I could slick my shit back in a bun all day and still just want my lashes done. So I don't think the lash industry is dying at all. I think that education about the health of your eyes and how important it is to have these services done by a professional, it just needs to continue to grow. And that's why I love that all of my friends and my family are in the business of educating and making sure people get the right information. And And that's why the lift and tint is a great alternative to the extensions. Now, you're not going to get the drama that you're going to get when you get extensions. You're obviously going to get more of a mascara look. You can get your natural lashes to look beyond what they would normally look. Whereas with the lift and tint, you're using your natural lashes. So you're only enhancing your natural lashes, which still has been incredible with results as far as taking people's natural lashes, giving them a curl that kind of sits for about 4 weeks. After the 4-week mark, I could imagine that your natural lashes now are starting to shed, new ones are growing in, so you don't have that curl anymore. That's the con. So, pros of getting a lift and tint versus extensions is less time and less money of an investment. You can only come every 6 weeks, and it costs a little less for that service. Now, the downside of that is you don't have your look all the time. With extensions, you look great 24 hours a day, 365 days a week, as long as you are coming in every 2 weeks and getting your maintenance appointments. So pros and cons of both. Now, Isabella asked tips for anxiety over first stranger client. I will tell you, I'm a lash artist of 15 years. I'm really comfortable because I see my own same regular clients every 2 weeks. I see the same clients, but every once in a while I take a new full set just because. And I'll tell you what, that anxiety, new client anxiety never leaves. It's always such a weird feeling to think like, oh, I'm going to see somebody for the first time ever. I don't know anything about this person, but so is that client is feeling the same. In fact, that client who doesn't know you yet is putting a lot of faith in you to work around their eyes, to, have their eyes shut for 1 to 2 hours while you handle their business. So there's a mutual anxiety, I'm sure, in a new client situation. But I love this piece of advice that came from another professional recently. It's just, treat every client like they're your only client. Like, I love my regulars. I have women that have been coming to me for 10 years straight. Love seeing them. Never feel anxious. Know what I'm getting into. But when you have that brand new client that came in and they're choosing to invest in you and they're choosing to take that risk and they're going to let you do your thing, like, that's a huge compliment. So welcome that person in. Feel comfortable that they've chosen you. They're investing their time and their money in you, and treat them like they're your only client ever. That was something that I thought was so important to me when I first started as a lash artist. Was you want to retain your clients. And I find that to be interesting now that I own 2 lash salons and I've seen so many different lash artists come and go. And there are some lash artists that are just they connect so much easily. They connect so much easier with their clients. And I know that that is a personal thing. We all have a different level and degree of being able to connect with people. But the more that you let your guard down and you just really relate to your customers, your clients, like, you create these really long lasting bonds and friendships. And that's part of what's so great about being in this industry. And you're able to connect with so many amazing people. Sorry, I'm trying to wave. I'm trying to multitask here and it's not working. But hi, Kimmy and Boutique HQ UK, and there's Brave Beauty Studio. Boutique said, I think it's adrenaline mixed with excitement and a bit of anxiety, but just be yourself and do your best. Exactly. I think, like I said, just remember we're all feeling that way. And even if you're really established in your business, like myself, I still get anxiety. You never know what you're going to get. So, and sometimes you pick up on people's energy. So you just do your best to, I've always said, you want to really share your light, but don't absorb too much. If someone's going through a tough time or they're having a tough time, you could really absorb that if you're not careful. So you just want to just be somebody's light, share the light that you have. Like, that's what's so great about our industry. So, who wants a black magic? Because I want to give one away to somebody who maybe's never tried it before. Hi, Rat Girly. Love my friends for being here. Thank you, because I have some people across the board. I'm trying a new software too, by the way, because I used to go live and I'd have 2 phones in front of me for Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for some of you who have been with me through the years through all of this. But I do want to give away a black magic. So I need to get you guys filling out this form too. So I'm going to move my hand over here. Do I have anybody over here? I know I have some viewers on Facebook. Could someone drop a comment, because I'm using a new software to stream and I didn't wake up early enough to figure it out fully. So I want to make sure it's working. So Brat Curly says, how would you suggest building a clientele from scratch? Okay, that's a really great question, because that's essentially what everybody has to do. And what's been really fun, Jess, who I think is maybe here still, I'm not sure. Jess is an established lash artist. She's kind of, oh, cool. So I did get a comment on Facebook. Thank you. Wanted to make sure this worked. I'm going to go ahead and say hello too. So Jess, who is an established lash artist in Denver, came to work here recently, and she was starting from scratch, and it was really fun to watch her. In fact, I want to do a little workshop with her in clientele building, because anyone can benefit from any of these tips. But if you're starting from scratch, obviously, you start by announcing to your network, getting your models in, doing practice, because essentially you're not comfortable right away anyway. So you will have to start practicing on people, giving a referral credit. So if someone refers you a client, you give them $10 off and whatnot. But what Jess did that I thought was super cool is she joined all these local Facebook groups. And I know that we're in a big city. So I live in San Diego, and maybe there's some cities that don't have big Facebook groups. So you can also be one to start one. But she joined these local Facebook groups. There's like Go Girls San Diego, Girly Time San Diego. There are so many of them. And you just go in there, introduce yourself and connect and say, hey, look, like, I'm a brand new lash artist. I'm super excited about what I'm doing, and I have something to offer to you and these girls in these groups. And she killed it. She just like walked in here weeks in and just built herself a clientele. So watching that was really fun for me, since I'm comfortable and I've been working in the same salons for 10 plus years, and I have my regular clients, but things are changing, and everybody knows that there are people who have decided not to get lashes anymore, kind of tying back to the earlier topic of, do I think the lash industry is dying? No, I just think that things are changing. And so with any business, it's evolve or die. If you can't change, you can't evolve. If you can't update your systems and strategies, you're not going to continue to be successful. So Jess, thank you for that Facebook group interaction experience. I thought that was super awesome. And I'm excited to share that with more people. In addition to going live on Tuesday mornings, because I don't want to overwhelm myself, because I really love Dev. I love doing this. So I am going to be coming live every Tuesday at 7 a.m. I know the weeks are going to fly by. I feel like, between us, with the courses that we're building, with our product line that we're constantly developing, there's always so much to talk about. So I'm excited to kind of be here. This was like a nice little like warm up session of practicing being here and going live from the studio and being here again. So I'm going to stick with this once a week, but I also want to do a webinar once a week, which is more like a class, these small little classes. And one of the things that I want to talk about very soon, and possibly tomorrow, I'm always like, well, let's just start tomorrow. I'd like to do a small little free course with building an Instagram grid. So starting over, whether you're I have a lot of lash artist friends that are kind of like restarting their businesses, and they don't even have 9 photos on their Instagram grids yet. And I think this is a really important either place to start, or if you're feeling like refreshing your brand, it's nice to set a goal of the next 9 posts. Because when you pull up an Instagram, like that's your feed. It's like it's 9 photos. So I have a product. I also have a free product called the Sustainable Success Bundle, which you can find at Garnet Lash Society. It's a downloadable calendars, planners, and an Instagram grid planner as well. And it's completely free if you go on and get that. But basically what I want to do is break that Instagram planner down with you guys and get you a plan set. And that's going to go into another webinar that I have coming up, which is social media planning on multiple platforms. So if you guys want to join me for this webinar tomorrow, I'm going to post something onto my accounts right now, and I'd love your feedback on times and whatnot. And I'll let you know what that's going to be. If you want a black magic and you're here and you're actually listening to me right now, I didn't get my form ready, and because usually I have like a website that you can go to just fill out a form and I can pick a winner. Since I haven't gotten there yet, I'm just going to give away a black magic to everybody who's listening to me right now, who sends me a DM and says they want a black magic. So thank you for being here, because I needed a little bit of support too. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate the feedback from, those of you who have told me over and over again how useful that Lashes and Coffee was and how much it impacted your life. I really appreciate that. So as a, gift again for you being here, just send me a DM, tell me you're ready for Black Magic, and we'll get that on the way to you. But other than that, I'm going to sign out. This was a great 30-minute Lashes and Coffee Live entrance. We call it the reboot. I'm going to be here again, like I said, every Tuesday at 7 a.m. And so I look forward to seeing you. You're amazing. I'm so grateful for you. And we'll see you soon. Yay. Do I share?
Yeah. I think it'll post it and maybe
Yeah.
just have it there
For a little while, yeah. Your saved live videos are now reels. Okay, your account is public, so anyone can create reels with your original audio or remix. Cover, let's find a different one.
Let's fucking go. Let's fuck.
I guess you can.
Let's fucking go.
You can make a cover for this later.
Yeah.
I just gotta pick a frame.
Okay. I have some TikTok trends for you.
Okay.
I know you are hesitant about like lip singing.
I'll try my best.
Okay.
I'm still live.